All right, hey. Good morning. So, I don't really have a plan for this video, but I'm gonna set a timer for half an hour, and I think I want to do some writing. I think I just want to riff on Gendlin a little bit, riff on some ideas that he writes about. I did just reread one of the papers I've read on YouTube by him called A Descriptive Introduction to Experiencing. And that was nice as a refresher. But yeah, what do I want to talk about? One thing that I think is kind of maybe fun to write about or to share is like the other day, let me see, I haven't done this in a while, so how do I want to do this? Write and talk at the same time? Over drinks the other day, a friend of mine asked me about focusing. They'd never heard of it. And my brain was pretty worn out. But I tried, I tried to explain it, and I felt like I was just throwing stuff at the wall, because it was weird. Yeah, it was weird. I realized that I really hadn't ever, or only on very, very few occasions have I ever tried to explain focusing to somebody who doesn't have some concept of it already, who doesn't, who hadn't read about it themselves, because they're from Twitter and they've heard about it. Basically that's the majority of people who I've talked to about it, or I've talked to people about it who are like focusing professionals. Obviously they know it. So it was a strange experience. This person has plenty of experience going to therapy. They know about somatic work. They consider themselves spiritual. So in many ways, they had all the foundations in place to understand. And yet felt like there was a chasm between us. That's not to say that they didn't catch on. The chasm is more a way of describing the difficulty I felt in trying to connect it. In trying to lay it out from scratch. Since they were effectively a blank slate, I didn't know where to start. It was quite embarrassing, to be honest. Here I am, as someone who thinks about and does focusing all the time, and yet faced with someone new to the idea. I felt as if I just felt tongue-tied. Which, ironically, is just the sort of experience Gendlin was curious about philosophically. I'm gonna put a little emoji there. If you're wondering where this thread is going, you're not alone. I'm writing it off the cuff on YouTube. As a live stream on YouTube. I don't have a plan for what I'm trying to say. So, if you're confused, I'm right there with you. By the way, so, as far as focusing and this experience with my friend, I think it felt so incredibly woo to say out loud at a bar. But one of the things I said, which they seemed to perk up about, was this. The idea that ourselves, who we are, our organism, our living organism, is shaped by everything that's ever happened, ever, in the whole universe. Gendlin has a term for this. He calls it EV, which stands for everything by everything. I mean, it's like everything that's happening now, everything that's occurring now comes from everything that's occurred in the past. Everything in the past, I would say already. That's already. Yeah. There's like more to it than that. It's not just everything that's in the past, but everything also around you. This sounds it still feels woo to say. Not a great example, but think of the Grand Canyon. It is an immense, complex, deep, beautiful, awe-inspiring, place. I may actually call it archaeological? No, not geographic. What the fuck's the right word? Geological phenomenon. A river runs through it. Which is sometimes flooding and sometimes a trickle. Everything about and in the Grand Canyon is a result of everything that's happened already, going back millennia. You could spend countless lifetimes understanding the history of the Grand Canyon and the forces that created it. The everything that leads to what it is now. So, everything is like that. We are like that. Our experience of life, moment by moment, is like that. It's a product of everything that has come before. All our own experiences, all our feelings, all our thoughts, our physical experiences, where we've lived, the friends and people we've known who've influenced us, our parents, and the same is true for every one of those people. We are a product of all of that. Everything we're experiencing now is a product of everything that for us. This idea seemed to strike a chord with my friend. What struck a further chord was when I articulated what focusing is in relation to that. I said something to the effect of focusing is learning to listen closely enough to discern what is the next movement of that everything. Rather than trying to decide and control what happens next in our lives, focusing is about learning to listen for what's next. If we as being, as experience, if we as living organisms are the most up to date manifestation of that everything I've been describing. Seems a bit presumptuous that we can intellectually determine what needs to happen next. Everything is quite a bit more than we can comprehend in that fashion. Ask me. doesn't quite articulate it in the way I feel it needs to be. This doesn't quite do the idea justice, but it's closer. It's close enough to get the point across somewhat. Focusing is about learning to listen inwardly It's both listening, but also listening. Focusing is about learning to listen inwardly. To discover what the universe wants to do next. It sounds fucking ridiculous, doesn't it? But it does to me. I do, and then getting out of the way and letting it happen. It kinda does, and it kinda doesn't. What do you think? Does this make sense? Is it compelling? Or does it just sound like complete woo nonsense? Love to hear. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, cool. Tweet all. Alright, and that's the end of the video. I didn't expect any of that. That was fun. Cool. Till next time, have a good one.